Hello and welcome to Thinkermaker. In this second episode of Experts and Polymaths, we'll take a look at an example of how experts in homelessness, politics and economics go wrong with the topic of unemployment. Feel free to pause and read the slides anytime. Now let's introduce three experts. So this expert studied the Green and Blue books on sociology and specialised in homeless people. This expert studied the Orange book on democratic systems and specialised in election polling. And this expert studied the Red books on economics and specialised in government spending. Now let's see how these narrow slices create blind spots by missing how the topics impact each other. Let's see the effect of this by looking at unemployment. Economist experts have a definition of who's unemployed. It's people who don't have a job provided they are looking for work. Experts exclude people who don't even want to work. And that's rational. But there's something rationality misses which intuition sees. What about this chap who got discouraged after job seeking for years and failed to give up? He's different. But experts ignore him. The official unemployment stats miss two details. First, that he does want a job but just got tired of looking. And second, he has his vote. He thinks he is unemployed and will vote accordingly. That's the alternative fact. It's not in the data, but it matters. Let's explain why official facts mislead and the intuitively recognised alternative fact is sharper. Take all these green people as the whole population, and these guys in the black box are employed. The people in this orange box are unemployed as registered job seekers. So the metrics radar includes them in official data, in the so-called fact check. But the discouraged long-term unemployed here in the red box are officially ignored, off the radar, outside the fact check. Why? Because they're hard to count. They lost their homes and phones. They can't be reached for survey. But if we did count them as unemployed, we'd get completely different metrics, alternative facts. It takes non-rational EQ to spot this alternative fact. But experts miss it, being only interested in rational metrics. Experts are being half-brained. They're not polling the homeless who have a vote. The problem with these experts is they spend so much time deep inside of their own slice of life. They don't have enough time left for detailed awareness of the other slices. Experts are bad at joining the dots. So much so that even if you put all the experts round a table to find solutions to problems, they're still slow to see interconnection patterns shared by the different slices of life. In our homeless unemployed example, experts' combined data analysis misses the fact that homeless folks are a common factor to all their topics and account for a large proportion of unemployment. This homeless expert can't reliably predict how the homeless might vote if he's unaware of how economists defined unemployment. The economist can't predict how the unemployed homeless might vote if his definition of unemployment excludes them, even though they think they're unemployed. And the pollster can't predict votes if he depends on phone interviews, when these people don't have phones. Pollsters can't reach them, but they're unhappy and they still have a vote. That emotion is a fact, missed by experts' data, and the homeless are excluded. So in truth, the slices are artificial. And this is a huge problem because in the big picture, the slices are often interconnected and joined up. In this unemployment example, a polymath intuitively ties things together, seeing how different topics interconnect. He sees that unemployed people are excluded from the data metrics because of economists' definitions. They are unreachable by pollsters, but many homeless still have a vote. A polymath instantly sees that data is not the facts and recognises when the data is probably wrong. The polymath is able to rationally and intuitively recognise patterns that experts can't or just don't. The polymath does this with speed because their rationality is balanced with intuitive and emotional intelligence. In contrast, experts worship objective rational logic, which leads them to miss or ignore unmeasurable factors which rationality hasn't even realised to be relevant. Even in democratic countries, these days some are calling for decisions to be made for us all exclusively by experts. That would be an enormous mistake. Unfortunately, as Science Direct reports, polymaths are rare and disappearing. A Cambridge University professor, Professor Burke, also highlights the polymath is endangered. This is bad news, especially as we have a huge bias funneling our children and students to specialise early rather than develop broad skill sets. So we need to engage and train more polymaths alongside experts and include them in our leadership and decision making. Thank you for watching.